Today's presentation will be the economic analysis between Germany and the United States by Chad Zelmer. For starters, let's talk about the factors of production. This includes labor, capital, and natural resources. The United States has a labor force that is over 4 times the size of Germany. The labor force in 2021 was over 161 million workers. In 2020, the unemployment rate was 8.31%. What is surprising is that Germany has a workforce of 40 million workers and an unemployment rate far less at 4.31%. The participation rate is based on the ages of 15 to 24, with the United States having 52.37% and Germany having 51.4%. This shows that Germany has a more involved workforce than the United States as far as capital. The United States is known for the Boeing, the commercial aircraft. The United States is known for making medical equipment, fuel oil, plastics, soybeans, meat, and corn. Germany is known for producing steel, which is part of why they have some of the best vehicles manufactured in the world. Germany also focuses on making electronics and for their precision and optical industries. As far as natural resources, the United States is known for oil, coal, forest, freshwater, petroleum, uranium, and nickel. Germany's natural resources include coal, natural gas, timber, copper, farmland, and copper. The tax rate is shown on the right. For the chart, we are using US dollars. Germany's money is measured in euros. 1 euro is about the equivalent of 1.7 cents in US dollars. The German tax system includes income tax system ranges from 0 if making under 9,744 euros a year to 45% if making over 274,612 euros. The tax bracket is similar to the United States that it is progressive. The United States tax, according to Dept.org, starts at 10% for anyone making $10,275 and under, and rises to 37% for any single filer making $539,900. As far as financial strength, Germany is known for having a strong economy. Currently, the U.S. has more debt than financial strength. In 2021, the budget deficit was $275,000 billion, with assets of $4,893 billion, and liabilities were $34,777 billion. The budget deficit is just under 100% of the gross domestic product. Germany debt ratio is 70% of the gross domestic product. The German government debt was just over 2.3 million. Germany is known for being very strict with spending. The gross domestic product for Germany was $3,846 billion with a per capita of $41,259.18 in 2020. The gross domestic product in 2022 is currently 0.2%, and the growth rate annual is 3.8%. United States gross domestic product in 2020 was $20,936 billion. The gross domestic product per capita was $58,510.24. The growth rate in 2022 dropped 1.6%, but is expected to have an annual growth rate of 3.5%. The growth rate in Germany taken from 2017 to 2019 dropped down to 0.59%. This was because the employment increased and low levels investing happened, so the German government tried to increase investing in infrastructure in hopes that private investment companies will also increase in those infrastructures. In the United States, the growth rate was not nearly as affected as Germany and falls within the area that economists consider ideal. When it comes to imports and exports, the United States imports more than it exports, while Germany exports more than it imports. The United States' top three exports as of April 2022 are aircraft and aircraft parts, passenger vehicles, and oil. The United States also exports crude oil, fertilizers, medical products, and food products. Germany is within the top five trade partners to the United States. Germany's main export is vehicles such as Audi and BMW, car parts, industrial oil, alcohol, and car parts. Germany relies heavily on petroleum as an import, and it accounts for 14% of their total imports. They also import computers, medical devices, and aircraft parts, with at least 5% coming from the United States. The United States imports cars, computers, medications, crude oil, and broadcasting equipment. As shown on the picture to the right, the majority of the United States imports and exports are capital goods. Germany has higher minimum wage than the United States. Part of this could be due to the higher taxes. Germany's minimum wage wasn't regulated until 2014. The minimum wage in 2019 was 9.19 euros, and they're looking to increase that wage. However, there is a designated minimum wage of 9.47 euros for temporary and contract workers. The United States minimum wage has been the same since 2009 at $7.25 an hour. However, many states have increased the state required minimum wage. It's estimated that 4 million people make the minimum wage in Germany, and 1.5% of workers in the United States make the minimum wage or below. The common careers in Germany focus around technology, with IT specialists and consultants being number one, followed by data scientists, software developers, doctors, engineers, and scientists. In the United States, the job market is focused strongly around transportation. The most sought after jobs are construction, truck drivers, web developers, healthcare workers, and data scientists. The average wage in the United States as of May 2022 was $27.33 per hour, which is up from the prior year by about $1.60 an hour. The average wage at the end of March 2022 in Germany was 37.5 euros an hour, which is also an increase of over 2% from the end of 2021. The poverty levels in the last couple of years in Germany have increased to the highest level in the last 10 years at 19%. Germany relies on exports, and given the pandemic, it is likely that was the cause for the increase. People were forced to work from home. Germany classifies anyone making 60% less than the average wage is at poverty. In the United States, the poverty level is 11.4%. The poverty level is based on family members and income levels, except in Alaska and Hawaii. A single resident making $13,590 is considered to be below poverty levels. And with a household that has a family, the joint earnings anyone below $27,750 is considered to be below poverty level. Finally, we move on to banking systems, fiscal, and monetary policies. The banking system in the United States is set up with several different types of banks, with the Federal Reserve regulating the lending money that banks can lend. Private banks and credit unions make up the majority of the banks. The German banking system is a three-pillar banking system made up of private banks, public banks, and co-ops. Private banks make up the majority of the banking system. The fiscal policy of the United States is expansionary, which means that they tend to stimulate an economy that isn't growing. Taxes will be cut to increase spending in the economy when the economy is bad. Germany's fiscal policy is frugal, as most people save at least 10% of their income. Germany is known as having a tight policy Therefore, when they had a stimulus package, it surprised most of their neighbors. The monetary policy for Germany is to focus on price and price stability. Inflation is measured by how much prices increase. The United States monetary policy is set on economic growth and to avoid inflation and deflation with a full focus on trying to achieve full employment. Finally, based on all of my research, it is my prediction that Germany is set up for more economic stability. The reason I feel this way is because workers are going back to work now, so the poverty level should drastically begin to fall, and Germany is known for being a wealthy country with high wages for the residents. I believe it says a lot when they shock their European neighbors with a stimulus package. I feel the United States is too reliant on imports, which makes them rely too much on other countries. With the steady rising inflation rates and high levels of debt, while I believe America will come out strong, I don't feel that they are going to be as strong as Germany. Here are my references.